We're going to do both 63 and 64 in this video because 64 is asking us to refer back to 63. Problem 63 is asking us to go from moles to grams. So anytime we are going between moles and mass or mass and moles, we're going to use the molar mass as our conversion factor. Molar mass information is right off the periodic table. So let's go right into part A. Sucrose says 12 parts carbon. Let me label that carbon. It's just 12 of them, and let's go to 4 sig figs, and we can round our final answer down to 3 because that's what we're given in our original value. So 12 times 12.01 is the molar mass for carbon, and that's going to give us, so let's go I said 4 digits, right? 144.12. Now for the hydrogen, there's 22 hydrogen atoms in a molecule of sucrose, and the mass for hydrogen is 1.008. And 22.18. And then for oxygen, there's 11 of them, and the molar mass for oxygen is 16.00. 176.0. Let's add these up. So the molar mass for sucrose is 342.3 grams per mole. And we did this so we can use it as a conversion factor to go from moles to grams. So let's start with what we're given is 250 moles. I'm sorry, it's 0.250 moles. And then we need to get rid of that. So put moles on the other side of our conversion factor, and it was 342.3 grams per mole. So our final answer is 85. We need 3 significant figures because we were given 3, so 85.6 grams of sucrose. Moving on to sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is NaCl. Let's go down here. Got a little bit more room. So it's 1 sodium, 1 chlorine. Sodium there, 2299. And we'll add that to chlorine, 35.45. So the molar mass for sodium chloride is 58.44 grams per mole. So again, we'll start with 0.250. That's what the question is asking us for. And turn 0.25 moles of NaCl into grams using the molar mass conversion factor. So our answer is 14.6 grams of NaCl in 0.25 moles. All right, finally, potassium permanganate. We're going to need to know our polyatomic ions. Potassium forms a 1 positive cation. Permanganate is MnO4 with a 1 negative charge. They're going to cancel out. So the formula unit for potassium permanganate is KMnO4. All right, so potassium has a mass of 39.10. And then manganese has a mass of 54.94. And then there's 4 oxygens. to give us 64. All right, let's add these up. So the molar mass of potassium permanganate is 158 grams per mole. We'll use that as our conversion factor for the final part here. We're asked if we have 0.25 moles of potassium permanganate, what's the mass? So let's cancel out moles. So 39.5 grams of K MnO4. So problem 64 is asking us to go the other way. Is they're giving us mass, and let's just turn that into a conventional form. So I don't really feel like it'll save us a little time punching in these numbers. So 10 to the 2 is just multiplying by 10 twice. So we just move that decimal over twice. So it's 100 grams. That's what that's equivalent to, 100 grams. So for each of these, calculate the number of moles. All right, so not too bad, because we've already found all the molar masses. So we'll just reuse them and go from, this 100 does have 3 sig figs. We'll just have to keep that in mind. All right, now let's go from 100 grams to moles. I'm going to keep these in the same colors. All right, so for sucrose, if we had 100 grams of sucrose, we're going to use a molar mass. It was 342.3 grams per mole. We need the grams on the bottom now to cancel out the grams that we started with and end up with moles. So it's 0.292. moles of sucrose. Or C12H22O11. That's just table sugar, by the way. All right, next we did sodium chloride. And the molar mass for sodium chloride was 5844. So in 100 grams of table salt, we have 1.71. 1.71 moles. And then finally, the molar mass for potassium permanganate was 158. So we have 0.633. Of potassium permanganate in 100 grams.